The business of business is business, a saying a lot of companies live by in today's profit-driven world. Unfortunately, various companies have crossed lines to retain their competitive advantage, bringing strong resentment from loyal customers. Today, we want to look at how such corporate scandals impacted on consumer attitudes. We will define corporate scandals as a set of questionable, unethical, or illegal actions that a person or people within a corporation engage in. This often becomes a wide public incident. Typically, there are questions regarding the corporation's actions which are either illegal or actually proven to be illegal. Next, we would like to refer to Fishbein and Adjson for a comprehensive definition of consumer attitudes. According to them, it concerns a learned propensity to respond in a steadily favorable or unfavorable manner in relation to an object. Therefore, it represents both an obstacle and an advantage to any marketer. The main reason for tackling the topic of corporate scandals is represented by the increasing trend of scandals of behemoths such as Facebook or Volkswagen, our case for today. We are interested in how consumers react to such big scandals and consequently how firms can counteract consumers' changing attitudes. To fully understand what happens with a consumer's attitude during a corporate scandal, we refer to the balance theory introduced by Haider. It introduces the cognitive consistency motive as a drive toward psychological balance. Let us now look at Diana as a representative of how her attitude posed a problem during the Volkswagen scandal. Diana is a long-term Volkswagen fan, and since obtaining her driver's license, she has only driven Volkswagen cars. She strongly endorses the company and is also completely satisfied with its business practices. Everything seems to be positively balanced, from her mental disposition to the company's way of operating. One day, however, everything changes. Following news of Volkswagen manipulating emission results of their cars, Diana is in shock. The resulting imbalance is caused by her discovery that Volkswagen practices are not what she assumed them to be. She is now faced with a problem, but how does she try to solve it? The solution for Diana's perception change can be explained via Festinger's cognitive dissonance theory. This model stresses her solid need for consistency and balance and states that if she experiences any contradictory thoughts or beliefs, she will try to change her attitude or actions to reduce the inconsistency created. According to the theory, Diana perceives this concept as psychologically uncomfortable, but at the same time arousing. It involves directing her effort towards a less than ideal activity as she becomes unable to find satisfactory justification for her attitude regarding the emission scandal. Diana is now faced with two psychologically incompatible feelings: her love for Volkswagen and the fact that their cars harm the environment that she lives in. It is time for her to use some techniques in order to reduce the distance between these thoughts and rationalize her choice. After carefully considering the scandal, we found the 5 coping mechanisms that Diana will most likely apply in order to reduce dissonance. Firstly, she might derogate any unchosen alternatives by fiercely stressing Volkswagen as superior to other similar German companies such as Audi or BMW. Secondly, Diana will add consonant cognitions regarding her possibly affected car by acknowledging its good performance and overall the value it adds to her everyday life. On a more drastic note, she might also alter the importance of the cognitive elements at hand, reinforcing the belief that the global emissions are at a low level. Additionally, Diana might suppress her thoughts by denying the allegations and continuing to use her Volkswagen car. Thus, she would emphasize her opinion that the company stays true to its values. Lastly, from a social perspective, Diana could communicate with her friends, asking for their opinion and constantly seeking reassurance that she made the right decision. Findings from the scandal have shown that Diana would not probably change her attitude, as she would still consider the importance of keeping the environment a safe space for future generations. Furthermore, she wouldn't alter her behavior either, since instantly changing her car wouldn't be affordable, as well as the risk of any repair affecting the car's performance. In general, Diana will prefer to rationalize her decisions rather than admit that she is wrong. Moreover, she will always look for the easier ways of doing this instead of the hardest, and she will defend her actions with all she has. Research about other firms' strategy to cope with scandals shows how crucial it is for any business to highlight brand image. In the case of Volkswagen, putting strong emphasis on their Made in Germany status is crucial, being associated with quality and precision of delivery, as well as a trustworthy business. It is also important to enforce change within the company and publicize all the measures taken. This can be done by finding who is to blame and ensure the public knows that they have been fired or sanctioned. Volkswagen openly showed guilt and positive change and ensured a better reputation in the short term. Post-scandal, the first campaign that Volkswagen launched focused on customers' relationship with their car, with taglines such as then, now, always. They reinforced the traditional relationship between their customers and the product as the key foundation of the brand. All things considered, we aimed to demonstrate how the balanced theory of attitude and the cognitive dissonance theory have been able to explain Diana's reactions to a corporate scandal such as the Volkswagen one. Nonetheless, it is crucial for marketers to bring the company to a safe position, one which allows consumers to pardon a brand that they love, no matter how unethical their actions are.